Have you ever been to Vietnam? Do you ever wonder yourself, where's there's architectures, technology, and maybe like almost everything like being brought to Vietnam? Well, to find out, we have to go back in time. Let's go back to 1880s. Let's go. Hey, you here? But do you use like anything? Yes. France colonized us before. So this topic is about France colonization on Vietnam. So in the late 1880s, the France did manage to have a full power over Vietnam, which is really hard, for about 6 decades. Wow. So in the meantime, France managed to conquer more like Cambodia and Laos, which came to be Laos, Cambodia, and Vietnam to be called Indochina Francais. It's a cool name. So, step on. When French did colonize Vietnam, they also improved Vietnam by building railroads, transportation, architecture, wider street, outdoor restaurants, roads, bridges, and some more architecture, I think. Yep. They also brought electricity to Vietnam. They made bigger cities and town, like really big, in Saigon and Hue. They also spreading cultures, literatures, and language. So most of the Vietnamese people, they can speak Vietnamese and even French. So in Vietnamese school, they usually taught like hard Chinese symbols. It's really hard. And they replaced it with easy Roman alphabet. So the ink. So that makes it easier for the Vietnamese people to learn. And they have to pass the French university. The French also did install a legal system of law. It's based on Napoleonic code. There are some law that have very bad consequences when you do something bad. So what France doing is replace some of them and put in the good thing, so the people don't get under bad consequences. Vietnam being under colonized by France did claim some land, and also for bonus had been provided with special privileges. Vietnam not giving up yet, and France had worked with a Vietnam rival faction, and they claimed the victory. France did win. They did have some more land and able to trade around the world and spreading religion. One thing that France and Vietnam associated with is war. So especially a male husband had to leave the family to go to war. A lot of people died in the war, a lot of conflict between them. So this is negative to both countries. Foreign exchange, to keep improving Vietnam, there are taxes, which is by the government donor. There are taxes on the wages, poll taxes, stamp duties. Taxes will help the government to keep improving Vietnam. So this is also a good thing as well. When Vietnam and France had war between them, this may be the last war, but Vietnam did claim their victory, and France had to move out. But France did left some legacy back, like history, architectures, and something that we all use mainly in Vietnam: roads, transportation, bridges, and even outdoor restaurants for the husband. Is this fair? So after looking at all the table including the positive and negative consequences, my first choice is to decide positive because there's more positive than negative for the all good for Vietnam. But when filling up the negative consequences, I started to decide a choice one and another. First, the French did improve our technology, transportation, and structures, but on the other hand, many people had lost in the war. Asian cultures and art cultures have been eroded. So I think in a moment I decided it's not fair. The French could improve it now, but when improving, it had to lose people. People are far more important than technology, transportation, or even structures. People are the thing that form Vietnam. The culture and the history also the main thing shape Vietnam. So it's not fair for Vietnam. Another thing that Vietnam may have a different perspective than French. The French may think it's health for the economy, but for the Vietnam, it's like ruining their culture and history. They also change the subject to French as well. The student in school has to learn French literature, law, and history. It's not fair to students because they have to live in Vietnam, but they have forced to change their subject into French. So I think this is not fair for them. So, yeah.